All right, so we're going to take a little bit of notes on patterns, equations, and graphs. This will be on page 28 of your interactive notebook. This is going to be a rather simple page of notes. Nothing real fancy here, no cutouts, nothing like that. Number one, I didn't come up with anything, and I don't think that that'll hurt your feelings too badly. But here we go. So this would be page 28 in my interactive notebook. I've titled it Patterns, Equations, and Graphs. Got my I can statement up there. And I may as well kind of color this in here. There we go. That makes it look a little bit better. So, write these things down. These are two equations right here that are down here that I'm going to do for you as examples. All right. So let's get started. So over here, if I'm looking at ordered pairs, X is always first, Y is always second. I'm sure you've seen that before. So what I've got here is I've got an equation. It says Y is equal to 1 minus X. So I've got to determine, is that true? So since Y is 1, so 1 is equal to 1 minus 2. So then I'm essentially saying that 1 is equal to negative 1. Well, in this case, no, that is not true, because 1 is not equal to negative 1. They are both 1s, but they are not the same thing. They are actually opposites of each other. We have found that out. Okay, so moving to the next one. Let's see if we can get this one to work a little bit better for us. So of course, this is X in my ordered pair. This is Y in my ordered pair. It says Y, which is 1 1/4 in this case, is equal to X, which is 2 in this case, minus 3/4. Okay, well, I cannot go any further with this subtraction problem until I have a common denominator. So the 2 is over 1 because that's understood to be there because it's a whole number. So if I got a common denominator for this, it would be fourths, so which would put me multiplying this one right here times 4 over 4. So crowding that in a little bit. So that would be 1 1/4 is equal to 8/4 minus 3/4. Well, 8/4 minus 3/4 is equal to 5/4, which is 1 1/4. So 1/4, or I'm sorry, 1 1/4 does equal to 1 1/4. So this one is true. So I'm going to put yes on there because it does work out. So that is a solution. Okay. Now, for this next question down here, use a table, an equation, and a graph to represent each relationship. So if you've got graph paper, cut out a little 10 by 10 section of that graph paper, little 10 by 10 squares, and you can use that as your graph. It's pasted on here. You'll be able to see mine in the picture that I send you. If not, okay, just you can draw a graph like I drew one. Mine is nice and ugly. I'm sure yours could look better. But here we go. So we've first got to come up with an equation. Then we need to do a table, and then we're going to do a graph. And the situation that we're given here is Gavin makes $8.50 for each lawn that he mows. So we're going to let Y be the amount that we're trying to find. And Y would equal to $8.50, so 8.50, times every lawn that Gavin mows. So we don't know how many lawns he's going to mow, so we're going to say that's X. So Y is equal to $8.50, or 8.50, times X. There's our equation. Now in my table down here, doing different colors, this is of course X, this is of course Y. So Here we go. So let's say that he mows one lawn. So $8, so 8.50 times 1 is going to be, he would earn $8.50, 8.50. So if he mows 2 lawns, X is 2. So $8.50 times 2 is $17. I'm just going to put regular 17 right there. So Y would equal 17. If he mowed 3 lawns, X is equal to 3. 3 times $8.50 would be $25.50. And if he mows 4 lawns, then 4 times $8.50 is 34. So what I've got is I've got a table here, but it's got my coordinates set in it. So this would be X, and these are my Y values right there. So when I get a graph, my beautiful graph right here, I can put these coordinates in. So X is 1, Y is 850. So over 1, up 850, there's my first point. When X is equal to 2, Y is 17. So X is over 2. Y is 17 right there. There's my second point. When X is at 3, Y is at 2550. So over 3, up 2550. And when X is 4, Y is 34. So over 4 and up to 34. There we go. So there is my graph of that value, those values right there. My graph of that equation and its solutions. Okay. This should get you done right here. See you tomorrow.